Click, bing.
This is Mike Sullivan with First American Axe and Forge, and this is
Tracey Wilson.
Tracy's shown up here at the shop to bring me a special project. What do you got for me?
Well, I am a lover of the old Kabar Camillus Kabar knives, and I had a family member pass one on to me a long time ago, and I took the handle and the cap off of it and put a deer antler scale on it. But the problem with the old K-bars is the tang is very small, about 1/4 the size of the blade, and while the width is great, it's not very high and causes it to bend a little bit. And in bushcrafting, with everything that I do, I want something that can give me everything that I'm looking for. Not just the bushcrafting aspects, but also being able to have the ability to use it for other purposes. And to do that, it's important for me to be able to retain the guard on it and to be able to have that ability to gut fish with it and strike a ferro. But as it is, it doesn't do that. And what I'm hoping for is to be able to enlarge or expand this tang on this knife to give me a full tang, which will make it a stronger one-piece blade, which everybody in bushcrafting and otherwise that got some experience with this knows how important it is to have one solid piece of metal when you're whacking on it and doing all the things that we do. So I have come to the man to get this knife worked on, and is that something that we can do? Is this possible?
It is possible. Let's do it.
Awesome. Here you go.
All right. So we have the handle off. A lot of you purists out there are going to cry and scream and complain and make bad comments, but I don't care. She doesn't care, because she was going to get rid of the cap and the handle anyway to put elk horn or elk antler scales on. So,
and unfortunately, as I've done in the past, when I've had to remove the handle from it and the cap, as you can see, has a pin that runs across the top, and it just ends up, you can see the corrosion from the inside. Well, the pin ends up the same way, and every single one of these I've had to end up cutting the end of the cap to get it open, to get it off so we can remove the handle to get to the rest of the blade and to replace the handle. So unfortunately, and I hated to do it too, we lost the cap on this. But this is a Camillus back from the 1970s, so or early 80s. So it's bound to happen.
yeah. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take some scrap steel I have, more than likely a higher carbon, and I'm going to weld in extra pieces of metal here to expand the size of the tang, and then we'll shape it to better fit what she wants, and then she can put the scales on at another time, and probably do a paracord for until time being.
That sounds great.
Alright guys, we're back. I know the video's been a little different than normal. I think I came up with something that Tracey's going to enjoy. As you know, this was a military issue Kabar. I wouldn't put a paracord handle on here only because this is a temporary handle. Tracey, you're going to put elk scales on?
My plan is to get some antler, put some elk scales on there that are fitted exactly to that. So this is a one-off at the moment, and my hopes and dreams are that this becomes I guess you could say a beginning stage of a long-term thing. I would like to, at some point in the future, put it into production.
I'd get one. Look in the future for Tracey Wilson brand knives. Yep. This is got a lot of beef to it. I'm really wanting to see those in production.
I'm really liking this because while it doesn't have, and I know a lot of you folks from the Navy and the Marines that have had the K-bars in the past, or even some of the purists that hate to see me do something like this with it. What I want is something that can do everything. And being able to have the finger guards for when I start, and a heavier, beefier tang for when I start beating on this thing to endure a little bit more punishment than previous K-bars I had. With that in mind, I want to thank Ron Holder from the United States Air Force and Marine Corps, who gifted this to me roughly 25 years ago. And to be able to see this come to fruition is a dream. One of the things that really got me started on this is that with other K-bars you cannot strike ferro rod.
Yeah, it's all too rounded.
And with this, you can see it just rips that ferrocerium off of there. So I'm excited. I am extremely pleased. They even sharpened the drop up on it for me, so when I'm coming in on fish, I can take the belly up, open it up. This is just fantastic, and I appreciate it. I really do.
My pleasure.
Well, look for it, folks, and this is the man who made the dream happen for me. So
it was our pleasure.
I'm appreciative of it.
We're going to look forward to seeing these in production, and hope to see them soon. So until then, First American Accent Forge, Mike Sullivan and
Tracey Wilson.
Like, subscribe, and hit the notification. See you later.
Take care, folks.